And it's going to be a very intense conversation that we plan to have with select colleges, principals and the TPOs that we have invited, specifically to talk about some of the new trends and new opportunities that we see in terms of how the talent pool that is getting nurtured by all of you in the colleges, how this talent pool can take advantage of the opportunities that are emanating in different sectors. So while we have an eminent panel of speakers today who are going to share their respective perspectives from different sectors, I would just like to place before you three, you can say, trajectories which we should watch out for in the next 5 years time frame. What are those trajectories in terms of the talent pool that we are trying to build, nurture and make them employable as far as the industry goes? The first is to try and understand the whole concept of what the Prime Minister of this country is talking about around Digital India, and the other concept he has been talking about lately is Make in India. Now these are going to be two major pillars around which there are going to be some very exciting developments, investments and the initiatives that are going to be put in place. Therefore, it's going to be important for us to listen to our speakers over the next 1 hour or so and try and figure out how they are reacting or how they are proactively planning to manage their respective businesses and strategizing to scale, to expand, to explore the impact of Digital India for their respective businesses, respective sectors, and also what it would mean for Make in India. So when we talk about the next trajectory, that is going to be with the role of technology. So when we are thinking about technology, if you are in, let's say, the chemical industry, or if you are in the heavy engineering industry, there are going to be technologies and advances happening in their respective sectors, which will call for talent of a different kind in the coming years. But what is more exciting across all of the sectors is this whole concept of smart connected system that is emerging. In other words, we are going to be seeing more and more digital elements getting into the manufacturing, the processes oriented industries, and that would mean that we are going to see a completely different ecosystem emanating, and therefore a completely different caliber of people that we will have to create, and therefore completely different set of roles and jobs which did not exist or do not exist till today, which will start coming up in the next 3 to 5 years time frame. I am sure our speakers will expand more on this, but I just wanted to leave this thought with you, the second trajectory that we should all be aware of. The third trajectory is to do with the diversity. The era of thinking about industries, particularly let's say in manufacturing industry, the percentage of women that we have in the workforce is negligible. But with the advent of services industry, particularly IT, ITS and to some extent banking, we have seen that women in very large numbers have started entering into the workforce, and today this industry can take comfort with the fact that almost 30 to 35% of the workforce they are comprising of women. But is that enough, or there are more opportunities? And how are the service industries and also the manufacturing industries going to be looking at this particular aspect? We have some fantastic examples in our own city. We have one of the senior panelists here, Pradeep Bhargav. He will talk, I'm sure, about how Cummins has taken initiative to bring more women engineers and create that kind of interest amongst women to join the engineering industry. So we have several examples. But is that enough? And in the coming years, how this is going to reshape the world of economics and the world of manufacturing, as well as service sector, because of this diversity diversity really capturing the attention of different businesses is something that will be worth thinking about and discussing about. So in this context, I would like to mention that the other day I was traveling actually by train from Bangalore to Trivandrum, and along with me 2 women were traveling as co-passengers. I was fascinated to hear the kind of work these two women are doing. One woman must be in her early 40s and the other woman must be in her early 30s. Both these women are actively involved in terms of designing helicopters and autopilot for HAL. And when I spent the next 6 hours talking to them, hearing their fascinating stories, I was hugely impressed to learn that in the engineering and research and design segment of HAL alone, today we have more than 20 to 25% of the workforce which is comprised of women. So we are seeing a lot of these silent developments happening across different sectors, but when will they come center stage? And even a couple of days back, you must have read about chartered accountants and how in the last 2 years we have suddenly a huge number of women, almost I'm told something like 200% jump in terms of the number of women who have come into the fold of chartered accountants for a variety of reasons. So these are very interesting trends and very interesting insights we are getting in terms of the technologies, in terms of the diversity aspect, and in terms of the overall momentum that the country is gaining and the attention the country is receiving from the rest of the world because of the Prime Minister and the new government's thrust around Make in India and around Digital India movement. So all of these trajectories and much more have many interesting learnings and takeaways for all of us. And at this juncture, it would be really useful for us to expand these trajectories further and gain further insights on how various industries are trying to look at the recruitment strategies and what are those new trends which will have a significant value for particularly the training and placement officers in academic institutions.